to the fucking show. On today's show, we're going to talk about probably some racist comics in space. And some very innovative comics. You can probably tell the racist ones were read by this fuck. And the innovative ones were read by the man of innovation right here. Yeah, I guess. White man first. Calling people at the back of the bus. It's literally why you have preferred seating over me. So. Oh, and if you're watching, be careful of brown people. Apparently, we're dangerous peoples. So, not that that's not getting irritating, played out, or fucking ridiculously stupid, but just beware of us.
Careful. It's hotter than a Fox News weather skink. Woo, mate, hot, hot, hot. La, 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 la. Here, let me wrap this wet towel around your head to cool you off.
Stop him! He's expressing his faith, eh?
Alright, what are we talking about today?
We're talking Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star Trek, the city on the edge of forever.
City on the edge of forever. What's the demographic like in that city?
I'm gonna guess weird aliens. Time aliens?
Just aliens?
Yeah, time aliens.
No white folk running around?
Oh, tons of white folk.
Yeah.
It's, because Ock is always concerned about this, there is literally no cultural diversity in this fucking comic book. Just, I'm gonna throw it out there. 100% no culture. No.
O'Hara isn't in it?
Oh, she is, right there. One.
Oh, get in the back of the fucking command center. Because in the future they replace buses with command centers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, so what it is would be the original teleplay. So this will be kind of the full script of an old Star Trek episode.
Yeah, okay. That already sounds like a wicked fucking book. So please tell me about this rehash.
So it is. I don't know how many people would watch the original Star Trek, but City on the Edge of Forever is essentially an episode where the crew show up on this planet where these ancient aliens have a time machine.
How ancient?
Not really. In the book, it's not really discussed.
Why do they have a time machine?
They just have a time machine.
Like
they're the Watchers of Time.
The Enterprise just rolls up in the city in Foreverland, and then there's these just aliens chilling by a time machine?
Not really.
So it sounds like.
That's kind of what it sounds like. Anyway, they come across this ancient race with a time machine. The ancient race decides to show them the time machine.
If they had a time machine, how could you confirm that they're ancient? Just saying.
I know what you're saying. Fuck.
Okay.
They show them through time. They end up stopping in 1930s? Late 1930s?
To beat up some black people?
No, not to beat up some black people. Just they're like pause, and it pauses there.
Yeah.
The side plot is that...
To drop O'Hara out of the shit. Is that what they're doing? Scott, the things in the bubbles are called words. Okay, anyways.
There's a road crew member who's... I don't remember if he's high on drugs or he's just running away because he's selling drugs.
Is he white or black?
He is white.
He's probably high on drugs.
Yeah. Anyway, he jumps through into the time portal, shows up at that time, and what turns out he jumps through the time machine when it's paused in the 1930s Earth, and the ancients inform them that they're in when you're in the city, time's protected.
Yeah.
Outside, everything they knew was fucking gone. That guy, when he went back in time, he did something, and the time stream is completely thrown off. There is no Enterprise, there is no Federation, everything's screwed up.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And so essentially what they had to do is Kirk and Spock had to go back in time and stop this guy from changing that one little event.
Star Trek had temporal police, or this is before the temporal police were around, because it's taking place after Star Trek, or the first Star Trek.
Well, they didn't have the concept of temporal police; they were just writing out these stories.
Yeah,
That's something that was something that was done. That was something that was. This was done even before the time police as a concept even existed in the writing timeline, like in actual thought. So
time travel in comics, that's fucking must be new.
Probably not.
This is a good opportunity for you to bring up all the time traveling comics. Because there's a lot. Like, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's probably a fucking ton.
Yeah. goddamn Arab, not Chinese, bro. Don't get me to do math again.
Anyway, they go back in time, and so they have to stop this one event from happening that would end up throwing off the entire history of Earth. So,
My assassination. Is that
probably.
very important?
I'm not going to spoil anything, but
Okay, carrying on with the shitty ass show.
anyway, so that's the general premise. I mean, if you've seen the Star Trek episode, you probably would know it.
So you're reading a comic about an episode that already came out?
Yeah, like 30, 40 years ago.
So it's literally something you already know,
Yeah.
and you're reading it.
Well, no, it's extended though. It's almost like an extended director's cut of the story. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. No. Like the original episode would have been 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
With all this content in these comics, we're talking probably about a 2-hour, like a 2-hour movie.
No.
Like that's how much stuff's going on. Like, and it's mostly, and it's not exciting. Like story will never be made into a movie because, in terms of things exploding and action in a Star Trek movie, there's none of it. It's mostly talking and.
Oh man, you can always blow shit up, man. It's not hard.
Oh, there's some phaser fights going
Actually,
on. They're fun, but
Scott, you should probably censor me saying blow shit up. White people are very uncomfortable with colored people saying blow stuff up. Sorry, they're Canadian Thor.
no problem. No problem at all. So.
Cut you off pretty bad.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Yeah, that's okay.
We don't talk enough during the show, like back and forth.
Yeah, no, we're working on it now, so
Yeah,
obviously.
we're working on it.
Anyway, so go back in time. The story is pretty good. The writing's really good. The artwork. We'll show up some panel showing of the art. The cover art's pretty sweet.
You're hacking over me.
The actual art inside of it's really well done.
Actually, I agree. That's the one. Can you see it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm the prettier one out of both of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be a lie. We're definitely not going to get hottest comic show.
No?
No. We might.
I think we have it going. I think we have a good run going.
Yeah. This is my sexy face. What?
Never mind.
You laughing at my sexy face?
Yeah, I'm actually laughing at your fucking sexy face.
Oh, man.
So the art's good. The story's pretty good. Mostly talking a lot of philosophy. Like that's the thing about the old Star Trek. It was a lot of looking at the human condition and what you would do in said situation, so on. This comic very much holds true to that. And really, okay, I guess I'll just spoil it. Spoilers. The guy jumps in the time portal, goes back in time. He ends up saving this woman from a car crash. Getting hit by a car. Yeah, oh, she's a white girl. And what happens is that if she were to die, she would not have started kind of like an anti-war movement in America that would have mean America would have gotten late into World War II. And then what happens is that because America is getting the...
One sec, so this lady stops doing her anti-war movement and America still shows up late to a war.
No. If she were to stay alive, she would have started... She would have been the catalyst for an anti-war movement in America, which then would result in America getting late in the game to World War II. They would never made the A-bomb. Nazis would have made the A-bomb first, and the Nazis take over.
Didn't America show up late to the game in World War II, Ben?
Yes. 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, no, late, but even late, no, they would have not have shown up at all. Like the Manhattan Project would not have started when they would have. Therefore, the Nazis would have made the A-bomb first, and they would have took over.
What?
Yeah.
How come the Arabs wouldn't have made it, or the Chinese?
Because of Star Trek, and those pieces don't exist in Star Trek.
No, I know, but like saying that the Americans didn't make that nuclear weapon, automatically means the Germans are going to make it next? You guys, like, do you not see, like, take a step away from your whiteness for a second and see how fucking ridiculous that makes? How come you guys are the only ones capable of mass destruction? Because lately, I'm the only one who get labeled that. Fucking douchebags. Okay, so City on the Edge of Forever. Obviously doesn't take place on the edge of reality. So we're not even fucking close to it. So, carry on.
So anyway, so what happens is that Kirk and Spock have to jump into time. They go a little bit earlier before the guy who saves the girl shows up.
To dinosaurs.
No, keep going. There, bottom. There we go. Anyway, so...
Why is this even fucking Ice Spirit all white, man?
Because they're time beings.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's right. Colored people don't know timing, so that's actually not racist. Yeah, I guess the man behind time would be... Okay, yeah, you got me there.
Anyway, so they go back in time. And it's explained by the time beings that everyone's always drawn to, when we go back in time, these catalyst people, like the things that would spark off these major events, either them living or not living, everyone who jumps back in time is drawn towards them one way or another. So when Kirk and Spock go back, Kirk falls in love with the girl. And they have her with his ship, and it's nice. And you get to see, and it really, the thing is, like, because it's a longer story, you actually get to see a fair bit of Kirk's mindset, which usually you don't really see in movies and TV shows and stuff like that.
You don't need to see it. You don't have a mindset. He kind of just runs around and double punches everything.
Headshot.
I know, but you get to see a little bit more of the character in this.
What, like, oh, this guy's coming, maybe I should punch him in the face? That's not that much of a... Okay, I'll let you
Anyway.
Go on.
So anyway, you get to explore Kirk and Spock a little deeper. In the end, the guy shows up, they fight, good old phaser fights. He ends up, Spock prevents the guy from saving the girl dies, time's restored, they jump back in time, everything's good. It has to happen that way, but everything's okay in the end. That's a summary.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Everything okay in the end. I would recommend this to any Star Trek fan, especially if you're a fan of the original series. You end up reading this, remember a lot of pieces of it, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff in there, and kind of deeper explorations of the characters that you would never normally get in a normal original Star Trek episode. The art, like I said before, is fantastic. It's really, really well done. And yeah, it's a 5-issue run. Trade paperback will be. They're already released. The trade paperback, if you're looking for it, will come out at some point within the next couple of months. I don't know if it's going to be out in time for Christmas. Probably not, though. I would have seen something by. I would have seen something by now. Probably early next year.
You would have seen something by now. What are you, like Madame Web of comics?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, pick it up. If you like Star Trek, you would like it a lot. It's done by IDW, and they usually, when it comes to their comic books, they usually do a good job. Like I rarely see bad IDW comics. So.
Rarely see bad IDW comics?
Well, for the stuff that I read, they're doing a bang up job for Turtles, and they did a bang up job for this. They do a bang up. Like every comic book company has like duds. I know you're looking back. There's a lot of duds right there. I should never have said that.
IDW has a lot of duds.
Anyway, but not this. So, like I said before last time, I recommend it. If you're into Star Trek at all, pick it up. It'll be worth the read.
Just in case you're wondering, because director here will put down some little blurbs there of the original teleplay was written by Harlan Ellison.
Yeah.
The adaptation was Scott Tipton and David Tipton, so apparently nowadays to copy off of someone else's work, it takes two people. And the art was done by J.K. Woodward.
Good art.
Yeah, the art's actually, so far, the only thing I can't really say anything bad about. It's kind of cool. Yeah, okay, cool. So white people running on the future and the past and time and space and...
saving the world again.
Saving the world.
Thank you, white people.
Yeah, thank you, white people. Are you editing this part out because whatever you say is irrelevant?
I'm sitting here and editing in my head while I'm listening to you two go on, and it's just going, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me.
Okay, before we get into the heart of this review show that we got, because literally I think all we're doing was review. We had one show where we did stuff into the future, but we should probably tweak our own show a little bit here, just so the director has something he can put in his fucking mind when he goes home and realizes how much of nothing he does. We need more dynamic shots, I think. Like shit, like walking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Explosions. Text scrolling all over the place like he did that last week.
Yeah,
with
that's great, yeah.
Yeah. We need more of that dynamics. If Bobby's watching, it's dynamic entry.
You know what?
I want a motherfucking title under my name right over in this fucking area.
I'm gonna get one.
It shows up. Most bad man in the universe, man. Well, shout out to Mumbles. This motherfucker out somewhere in fucking Europe. Can't remember the exact location right now. Don't take it personally, motherfucker. James's brother.
Okay.
You don't know Mumbles.
No.
Hang your head in shame, bro. You're not gonna do it, are you? That's just fucking ridiculous, man. I'll hang my head in shame for you. I, my friend, am reviewing something. It's probably by default better than Star Trek because the main character is from Nicaragua. And if you're having problems understanding where Nicaragua is, you won't find it in a cigarette pack. So, then on top of that, the other character is African American, as white people like to call him. Or when no one's watching, I don't know if I can say it. Because people are watching. Mumbles, you're young and influential. Influenceable. Influenceable? Easily influenced.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this story takes place in what? I think it's 1987 is where it starts. Here, just flip over to the front page. I wrote notes here.
1987, January.
Yeah, it takes place in... so it's in the 80s, and it follows this street kid. His dad was like kind of like a special agent back in Nicaragua, and you know, special agents literally specialize in snitching, and at the end of his assignment he got caught snitching, so then he had to move to America for the safety of his family and whatnot. Anyways, so his parents die, and I'm not gonna, you should read it because it's a pretty interesting way of someone dying. So then he becomes like a street urchin and gets orphanized, and something happens in the orphanage, and just his life like consecutively or continually gets shittier and shittier and shittier and shittier. Until it gets to a point where some people recruit him. Some people of roughly his own age, and I believe he's about like 15, 16 maybe. I'm probably on the older side of things here. Some people recruit him to, lo and behold, a school of assassins. So he gets brought in because his anger is kind of... You'll see the character. He's kind of like... everyone has to be like from a rich family or a very crime-orientated family to enroll into this school of assassins. I know it sounds crazy, but literally we were talking about people traveling in space, and the week before that we were talking about a bunch of fucking weirdos in tights punching each other in the mouth. So if you read comics, get used to weird fucking concepts. So anyways, because outside of that, this is a really, really, really good comic. So the kid gets enrolled into the school, and then your normal school problems, right? So except for the fact that it's a school of assassins, which I'm pretty sure Kraftwerk would have loved to enroll in. But your life wasn't shitty enough. So in order to get into this school, you need to have a really shitty life or a very reputable crime family or money-making family. It was written by Rick Remender, and I believe Wes Craig did the art there.
Yeah, and there was...
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the inkers. So I guess we should. They make more money than us. So, and it was, oh no, sorry, that was colored by.
Yeah.
So yeah, just if you actually push force against each side, like like this, you'll rip the page. So you can do that too if you want.
Okay.
If you're not just happy enough breaking my spine.
Okay.
So yeah, so we'll let him put up all the credits there. Put up the whole, because there's 5 of them.
Yeah, they all are doing something there.
Yeah, so Lee Lowridge is the colorist, and Russ Wooten is a letterer, and Sebastian Gerner is the editor. I fucking salute you, gentlemen. You guys have done a good job. If one of you happen to be a female with a weird first name, my apologies. I salute you, madame. You get a special one. So, but yeah, it's a pretty cool cast of characters. Pretty cool story. And it has its racist stereotypes, like everyone's grouped in school, like you got your fucking, should I do it PC or?
When have we ever been PC, Og?
You got your honkies, you got your nigras, you got your chinks, and you got your spics. So, oddly enough, there's no Arabs, but then again, I don't think you'd have a school of assassins apparently if there was Arabs there, because we're dangerous people, especially if they're Muslims. You happy now?
Yeah, I am actually quite happy.
Canadian Thor stands for truth, justice, and the Canadian way, which is kind of like the American way, but it involves a poutine and a two for.
Fuck. You speak my language, Padre.
I don't speak your language. Actually, oddly enough, I do, because it's not my fucking language. But I'm afraid that if I learned my language, I'd be outcasted from society in Canada. And it's cold enough in the fucking winter.
It's fucking cold out here.
Yeah. Trials and tribulations, motherfucker. I wish I had a time machine. Actually, I was talking about that earlier. I don't want a fucking time machine. So, yeah, oddly enough, actually, pop that picture up. That's the only thing that kind of threw me off was these people are supposed to be like 14 and 15, and that girl is literally covered with tattoos. So, Japanese. So I guess I shouldn't have said the chinks. Did I say chinks anyways?
Yeah, the chinks. Huh?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. But apparently I'm racist. Oh, that's gonna come off as racist. And I don't hate everyone equal.
Just white people more than others.
Yes, you guys are on the top of the list, yeah. Totally. Assholes.
Good art though.
Yeah, really good art. Really good
Yeah.
art. Really good pacing. There's like one part in the middle of it I didn't necessarily enjoy too much, but the way it resolved was pretty cool. Homeboy goes out to Vegas and they get all fucked up on drugs. Guy pops a lot of tabs of acid there, but like nonetheless, give it a spin there. It's Image, is it too? I believe it's Image.
Oh yeah.
So the first comic is $9.99 again. Kate Chetta, man. If you're still looking for comics on a budget, man. Deadly Class, I think you'd like. So.
Does it continue? Like, is this like
It
first
is
volume?
a continuation,
Okay.
yeah. It's still ongoing right now as we speak, but it's Image, so it's based on how well I guess they sell in their first arc, right? But I actually don't think those guys took a break. I think they kind of just ran through it, not like Southern Bastards or hopefully Pretty Deadly if it comes back, but yeah, there's that. So if you're at the comic shop, your local comic shop, if you're on Amazon, turn this off right now. I'd rather you not watch this, you filthy fucking cocksucker, unless you have like some sort of extenuating circumstances there where you're in the middle of fucking nowhere, which I'd still have a hard time how you can go on the fucking internet. If you're a douchebag who likes Kohl's, get the fuck out of here too. Go to an actual comic shop, motherfucker. Actually, I shouldn't take that. If you like Kohl's, you like Kohl's. Go ahead, but just go to a human being. Say hi to a human being. They might be able to give you better advice than we did. So, my advice: Deadly Class. It's full of class. Hell of a lot more class than us do. So apparently we also have problems with our outros. What are you touching? What are you touching things for? What are you touching things for? Oh, he wants to look at the time.
Oh, he's worried about the time.
He's worried about the time. Oh, well, what time is it there, Mr. Scott? It's 13 minutes in.
33 minutes.
Oh, that's a 3.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Actually, Comic Book Girl 19, I wrote you some poems. Comic Book Girl 19. I want to have sex with you.
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty deep, man.
I know, thank you. Who says I'm not romantic?
All right, well, thank you very much for watching Hydra's Teeth.
We need cuts. More cuts, though.
We'll see you next time.
Oh, man, why'd you
no,
spill my coffee, bro?
jeans.